Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 12 of our Transport Fever 2 Let's Play. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos, and as always, like and comment, let me know how I'm doing, and subscribe for more videos. So, I just want to start out by saying that I am sorry that I've been away for so long. We actually just moved from one house into a new one. I had to paint the entire house. Took a while to get everything set up and, settled, so, getting my desk set up and the internet set up so I could start recording again somehow made it towards the bottom of the list. So, now that I'm set back up, we should return to our regularly scheduled Transport Fever content, as well as the occasional other game. If you guys are liking that, let me know. But anyway, so now that I'm back, let's get back into episode 12 here. So we started off by looking at this Worcester New London line. The reason is that we're going to do a lot of work up here in Worcester today. And the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to finally establish this Worcester to Boston passenger connection. This is going to be the interesting point right here. Because if you see what I've done here with this rail line, I really have no effective way of crossing over this with the way that it's currently set up. So we're going to have to do a lot of work. So I'm just going to speed this up a little bit, get that train out of here. And then we're going to pause. Because I'm going to come in here and I'm going to delete a lot of this. Because we're going to try and make this work as best we can. Let's see, I'll back that out probably to there. We'll be okay. And then I'll back it out a similar distance on this side. Maybe to there. And now let's see, if I make a clean connection here, and then I want to try and sink this down just a little bit. Maybe to like there. And how is this going to look here? I don't know how much I like that. I might branch this off just a little bit. So if I bring this back just a little bit further. And just kind of pull this away from this track a little bit. And then if I drag this over here and connect this in, we should have a little bit more room now to operate. So let's see, if I put that in, that might work. That might be low enough. I'll sink it down just a little bit more. And now let's come over here and see how this looks. That looks okay. Okay, so if we put that in, what I'm thinking is if I grab the high-speed rail and kind of bend it over here. And I'm going to manually raise this up. It looks like I could get... Like, if I put that there, are we going to have enough clearance to get over there? Is going to be my question. No. We are not. Even though I think we totally should. So maybe if I back this out just a little bit more and just try and give myself a little bit more space. Like if we bring that out to there. I totally feel like we should have enough space there, but I guess we don't. So let me see. If I back this out, we're going to sink this down even lower. So let's see. If we sink that down to there. So that's much lower now. And now let's see if we can get over here. We still can't. I find that crazy. I think that's plenty of space. Man, I was really hoping that was going to work. I was really hoping it was going to be just that easy. All right, so we're going to have to get a little bit more creative here. So maybe I'll back all of this out. We'll make a secondary road crossing. So I'll branch this off even further back. So let's see if I take it from there. I branch that off there. And now it's going to drop all the way down there. That looks pretty steep to me. Bring it up just a little bit, and now let's see if we can get across. Yep, okay. So now we know we can get across there. Let me just go ahead and put in this other line. We'll fix this industrial line, and then we will build our passenger line. So those are connected. We're going to need a cross in here. Too much slope. Interesting. Alright, so let's see if we can... It's obviously not liking putting the cross on the slope, so we're going to try and fix that. And the way that we're going to do that is I'm just going to put in a little... Let's see, is that enough room to get a cross in? Let's see. It is. And now we'll connect that up, and now we'll sink it down. And now we'll just grab this. Connect that back up. That fixed the line. Let's just make sure that we can still get across. We can. Alright, so let's fix the signaling on this real quick before we forget. So we got signals there. So what if I come back here and I put in the signals right here? So we'll put a one-way signal going like that. Yep, and that will work. That'll come all the way up to here. And then we'll send one back. Okay, so now those lines are all fixed. They will continue to work. And now we've given ourselves some space to get a rail through here. So I'm just going to come through with some green grass. Is that the right one? That might not be the right one, but I can fix it. I can fix it later on. So let's grab this high-speed rail. We do want it to be electrified, and we're gonna come out of here. We're gonna want this to be maybe a blue bridge. And we need to kind of see where we're going. So Worcester is over there, so we're going to curve. And if we look at our terrain here, we've got a little bit of a hill to deal with, but I think that's okay. So why don't we put that in like right here? It's going to be slow, but that's not really what I'm focused on right now. I'm just trying to get it to work. So I'll bring this down as far as I can go. Looks like about there. And we'll grab our second track and pull that out. And now the question is, can we get our cross in here? Can. Perfect. Okay, and now we're off to the races. So now we can run this all the way down here. And we're going to tie into this platform here. So, let's take a look at our terrain. And I'm going to want to punch straight through this hill. And then we're going to need to work our way over to here. So if we punch straight through to there, connect up, our bridges worked, or our tunnels worked. We'll make a curve while maintaining our top speed. We'll run right down here. I think we're going to run outside of this and then connect right in. So we'll run that down here. I think we can turn these off now. And let's just see. If I took this over and connected that in here. Yeah, we maintain 186 the whole time. I don't like this double crossing here, but that's okay. We can fix that in a minute. So we'll connect in. Bring this all the way back. Connect that in, and now let's go ahead and fix this road crossing here. So I don't like that. So let's see if we grab a country road. Connect that in there. And then these are okay. Awesome. So now we have a connection from Worcester to Boston. We need to put in our cross down here. Looks like we have plenty of space for it before the tunnel. So we'll add that in, and now we need to signalize this. So we'll send an auto signal all the way up here. It's going to go to here, which is actually good. It's going to go to the end of the speed run, and then I'll probably put a signal here and here as well. Let's just make sure that that brought it all the way back. It actually didn't bring it anywhere. So let's see if I put that there. Okay, so now it worked. It brought it all the way back right to there. All right, so now we can establish a new line here from Boston to Worcester. Let's make this, let's see, if we do purple, are there any purples over here? Our bus route is purple, but none of the rail lines are, so I think purple will work. We've been doing full load for 60 seconds, I believe. So we'll set that up. We'll get a full load for 60. And then this is going to be our Boston to Worcester line. Quick autosave. All right, Boston to Worcester. So now we need to be able to get a train onto here. And we have this train depot, but it's not tied in going in the correct direction. Let's see if I can get it tied in. I can. So let's add that in. I'll come in here with a non-one-way signal right here. And I guess I also need one right here. I'll make that a double switch just for the fun of it. But now we should be able to get a train onto here. because this is tied into this main line, which goes right through this station. So if we come in here and we buy a train, let's see what we want. We could go with this, the Metroliner. I believe it's our fastest train, 120. This goes 117, the Alco PA, which is a great train. Okay, this EMD AEM 7 goes 124. So let's get one of those. And we'll go with these West Rail Westfleet trains. So this is going to cost $3 million to run for just the locomotive. But I think we're going to have pretty good passenger numbers on here. So why don't we get maybe 4 of these to start? We'll put it on that high maintenance level just so it doesn't look terrible. And now we can let this game run again. And we'll see our train coming out right here. So he's going to come out, and then we're going to start to get... We should start to get some passengers who want to go up to Boston from Worcester. And then similarly, some passengers down here that want to go. Yep, already people want to go to Boston, or to Worcester from Boston, which is great. Let's see. I just want to take a look at this Boston to Newport line. So that's got 300, over 300 there, but down at Newport, we're just not getting the, we're not getting massive passenger numbers down here, wanting to go up to Boston, but I think that's okay. All right, we got a bunch of new vehicles. We got a new bus. What is this? The Bombardier Bi-Level. I have never seen that. And it looks like we got a new rail car. What is that train? Let's see if I have a depot in here somewhere. Yeah, so it's a passenger car. Carries 33, which is great. Only goes 87. But we might be able to find a place to use it. We need to find like a short run that has huge passenger numbers, so Newport to New London, potentially. Let's find that train. This is the Newport to New Haven. Okay, so this is the Newport to New London. And let's just see. Yeah, it's going to get well over 87 on its way here. How fast is this going? Oh no, this one tops out at 87. Okay. So let's manage this real quick. Yeah, top speed 87. And let's see. Capacity right now is 162. So let's bring it up to like 198. These double level rail cars. Very interesting. I've never seen those. I don't play the American excuse me, vehicle package very often. So, that's cool. I'm excited. Anyway. All right, so we have our passenger line set up from Boston now, which is great. We should start to see, yeah, we're starting to see some pretty good numbers in here. That just cleared. So we got 75 heading back. This should get up to top speed, no problem, on its way back here. Or maybe not no problem, but it's going to get pretty close by the time it gets here. It's a pretty good sized run. And then down here, Boston to Worcester, 65, yeah. So I think we have the appropriate number of rail cars on there for now. And now we can clear with our freight. So this is good. I like the way that this is working. That's a really busy stop right there. Okay, anyway, what else are we going to do? I said we were going to do a lot of work here in Worcester, and I wasn't lying. We are going to start to deliver some construction materials to Worcester. And I think the way that we're going to do that is we're going to run just a little rail line right here to bring stone up here to this construction materials plant. We have a second one down here just in case we need more. We're just going to run a short little rail line right here and just deliver some stone. So let's come in here. Let's get a... I'll probably get a terminus because I don't think I'll actually run a rail line up here. I think I would just truck the additional stone down here to this station. So let's get a 240 meter terminus. Doesn't need to be electric because this is going to be a diesel train. And we'll just go ahead and put this in like right here. And then if we kind of follow where we're going to go, I think I'll probably just tee the other one in right here. So if I kind of put that in right here, maybe not, maybe I should angle it a little bit more. Let's take a look at our terrain. We're going to kind of come straight out here and then in. Yeah, so why don't I put this in like right here. And now if we come back down here, I'm just going to grab this track. I'm going to bring it right to there. We're going to cross, and let's see if we're at the right angle here. I think we are. We could also move this road. That's probably more likely that this little country road would probably move for the rail line. So let's see if I just connect these up straight away. 75 all the way through, nice sweeping curve. That will work. And now we do need to reconnect this little road, because you know that I like to have all these industries connected up. It doesn't really matter. You know, nobody's driving on them anyway. But I just think for realism's sake, you know, somebody would work there. Now we'll bring this down to this other station. Let's come down here and make our 75 mile an hour merge. We'll connect those up. And now let's get our signals. So we want one way, we want to auto signal, and we'll send one down like this. That will run all the way to there. I'll just shift those a little bit, get rid of these ones, and that should work. Okay, so now let's establish a new line here. So this is going to be from Providence up to Worcester. Let's make it a dark gray. Quick autosave. So this is going to be Providence to Worcester. Stone. And at Providence, I want them to wait for a full load for maybe 4 minutes before they head out. Now let's go ahead and get a little depot in here. So if we... maybe we could, like, integrate it with this, this station. So if I kind of put it in, like, right here. Grab this track. and run it straight out. Keep it going straight for as long as I can. And then we'll merge it in. And I will put a non-one-way signal right here. And then another one-way signal here. And then that should work. Just want to get rid of this, that doesn't need to be electrified. Oh, none of this does. Actually. Okay. So it's all unelectrified. Let's come back in here and finish up this siding. We'll just connect those in. Okay. So now let's get a train on here for this delivery. And I don't know how much power we need. This is going to be a much more expensive train. You know, it's so much more powerful, more than twice the power, but I think we'll just go with one of these for now. And let's get some gondolas on there to deliver stone. We'll max out the length. And we'll throw that on this line. Okay, so now that's going to start delivering stone. It's going to go all the way to the other end before it comes back to pick it up. But now we need to give this a reason to need to make some deliveries. So what we're going to do is we're going to deliver construction materials into Providence and Worcester, both via truck. Now, this is going to be the interesting connection here, getting into Worcester. Just because this terrain is so significant, I don't really think there's a way to kind of snake our way up and over. I think we're just going to tunnel right through. And if we look at the goods delivery, so this is all the goods area down here, so I think we'll probably tie right into this road. So let's get a road here. Let's see if I connect that in. Yeah, it's going to do an at-grade crossing there, or it's going to go over the top. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. It'll go right over the top of that rail line and just not cross it at grade at all, because that would be completely ridiculous. At grade crossing in a tunnel. Yeah, that would never happen. Okay. And now let's get our station set up. So we need a cargo station. This is going to need 2 platforms because it's also going to go over to Providence. So let's get this in here. We'll delete that out. We'll add in a few more cargo bays. Maybe a building to buffer it a little bit. We'll add 2 entrances so that they can kind of queue up. Now let's see if it will let me upgrade this road. Okay, it won't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete it out. And let's think about, yeah, we're going to use this road to get down there, so I'm going to delete this road out as well. We're going to make this the primary movement. So we'll have a connection like this. And then a connection like this. And why don't we add a waypoint here? And then this one will just tee back in. I'm going to delete that out so that we can again prioritize this movement. Let's look at this terrain here. We're going to want to go up and over. Then back down the other side. Connect that back up. And now if we come in here and we look at Providence, this is great. The construction materials is right here, so we just kind of need to figure out what road we want to connect on. And I think we're going to connect right into maybe here. So if I come in here and just kind of complete some of this building that Providence has going on. And let's see, I think we're going to want to upgrade one of these roads with bus lanes. So that's where we'll connect in. And now let's think about a truck stop. So they're going to come in here. Come in, take a right, maybe drop here. Like that. Now let's see, if I just kind of pull this out a little bit further, and then I'll break it down to a 2-lane without the buses. We'll connect that in. So that's connected in now. We need to get a truck drop-off point for Worcester for the construction materials, so they're going to come in on this road. Probably going to do the same thing. We're going to upgrade this with some bus lanes. Carry the bus lanes down here as well. And now let's think about where we want to drop off. So we drop off like right here. That will catch. So let's establish these new routes now. So the first one is going to go over here to Worcester. We'll make that a dark red. We'll have them wait for a full load forever before they come in here. So this is going to be truck route. And this is Worcester Conmat. And now we'll get our second line, which is going to run down here. We'll make that a little bit lighter red. Again, wait for a full load forever. Let's see. It's actually doing what I wanted, which is awesome. And this will be Providence Conmat. Okay, cool. Let's reestablish this road connection. I don't know where it goes, but we're going to establish it anyway. We'll just move it a little bit further down this road. And now let's get a truck depot in here to start getting some vehicles onto here. Throw that right in here. We can let this run again, and we will get some trucks on here. So I think for the Worcester delivery, I'm not going to use these big Peterbilts. I'm just going to use some of these tarpaulins. Maybe 6 to start. But for the Providence one, I am going to use these Peterbilts, and we'll get maybe 4 to start. Awesome. So we'll see all these trucks come out. This is going to go back and pick up stone. And this should start, once it gets a load of stone, to deliver into Worcester and Providence. So if we come back here, you know, there's not a ton of stone on here right now. Only 27. So I think our train is a little bit overkill. But we really just need to get this kicked off, so. Hopefully now that we're showing that this is actually going to be producing and delivering, it will start to work a little bit. Anyway, It's going to take a little while for it to get going fully. Let's just send that back right now manually with a very limited set of stone. Okay, so now that this has been running a little bit, let's see how we're doing for passengers. So, going back to Boston, we've got 155 here. And going over to Worcester, we've got 300. So, let's come in here, pause real quick. We'll modify this, and we'll put on a couple more of these cars. And I see that these are actually sharing the line, which is not what I want them to do. So at Worcester, I want them to use platform 2. Let's see how many... Does this take a full load? It does. And how many are left over who want to go up to Boston? 90? It's not bad. I think that that's pretty good. Pretty balanced. These bus lines... This bus line's really getting hit hard. But then we've got tons of people down here that want to go up to over to Worcester, which is good. Still huge numbers that want to go down to Falmouth, too. But anyway... Alright, so that's working. And now this should have gotten a stone delivery. Did. And it should recognize both Worcester and Providence as consumers. Which is great. So it should start to load up these trucks. And then these trucks should get going. This is overkill. We definitely overdid it for what we need right now. But I think that's going to be okay. Send him back again. And we really just need to get everything kind of started. And then we've got so much money that it's okay if we're not, if we're not turning a profit immediately on a line. It's not like early game where you really need to be cognizant of it. Now, one thing that we should be cognizant of is that we just created a high-speed cut-through over to Providence from Worcester. That was not intentional. And I think what it's going to mean is that we're going to need to edit this. We're going to need to make this a higher capacity road. Well, for now, we'll see how it goes. And then if later on we need to expand the capacity, then that's what we'll do. Okay, so what are some other things that we want to do? So we've got a lot of places, we've got a lot of products being delivered to a lot of different places. One thing that we haven't done yet is produced any goods. And we've got a lot of places that demand goods. Boston demands goods, Chatham, Nantucket demands goods, Newport, where else? Hartford demands goods, Poughkeepsie. Yeah, so we've got a lot of places that demand goods, and we've got a lot of different ways that we can make goods. So we just need to kind of pick a recipe that we want to use to make goods. So we got the simplest, I believe this is base game, plastic and steel makes goods. You know what I mean? Pretty straightforward. Just curious. Yeah, this is finally getting enough steel to operate. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Okay, goods. What were we talking about? We were talking about goods. The Industries Expanded mod adds something like this. So we can use plastic for all of them, but we can use plastic and timber, we can use plastic and paper, and we can use plastic and silver to make goods. We have a silver mine, or a silver mill up here, and we have a silver ore deposit up here. So that could be an option. We could make silver up here. I'm not really sure how we would get it over here, but that could definitely be an option. That silver could also be moved over here. We've got a little plastic chemical plant over here that uses grain. We could certainly pull some grain up here from the Hartford farm down here to make plastic. Get it over here. We could do paper. We could get some timber up here to do paper. Certainly not a bad option. There are a lot of different things that we could do. And truthfully, I didn't think I would get through this so quick, so I'm kind of just going off of an unplanned project right now. So I think we're just going to kind of figure out which one we want to do. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do... Let's see, we can make plastic down here with grain. Then how would we get it up there? I could put a cargo line on this rail corridor. There already is a cargo line on this rail corridor up to here, so I could tie it on. Bring it all the way down here. Put like a cargo station in here. What does the terrain look like? It's not terrible. We could make plastic here. That would get the plastic all the way up here. And then I guess we could make paper right here. But getting through all this rail will be a trick. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so I'm going to add a rail corridor in right here. You can see that this road is completely backed up with intercity traffic from Boston down to Brockton, which is kind of unfortunate. It's not affecting the passenger numbers on the train, so I guess it's really not the end of the world. But what are we going to do here? We need to branch off. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of break this for a second. I'm just going to delete that back, and I'm going to delete this back. I'm going to carry this rail line through here. And then we're going to connect this in. Like that. And now we're going to need some one-way signals. Maybe there. We're going to need to replace the one-way signals that were here. And then we're going to have signals going back in this direction. Does that need to be a double switch? I don't think so. So I won't make it one. But anyway, so now this line still functions. But now what we've done is we've tied in a new rail corridor right here. So let's pull this down. So now we've got high-speed passenger mirrored with cargo, as we've done a ton of times before. Let's pull this over. Let's just make sure this doesn't screw up this road too much. It does not. Carry this across this bridge, making this a huge bridge now. Make sure this doesn't screw up this road too much. Yeah, that kinda does. Makes it really steep. It's okay. I'll just pretend I didn't see it, because I really don't want to fix that right now. We'll pull these through this tunnel. Okay, and now we need to figure out where we're going to put our rail station. There's a little road right here, but I really want the rail station connected up to this facility. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this connection here. We'll get a terminus 240 meter station. Let's see if we put that in there. We can make that connection. It's not a horrible connection either. It slows down, to be sure. But let's see if I back it out a little bit and we get a little bit better curve on it. Yeah, we can maintain 75 that whole way. So we'll connect that in. Back this out just a little bit. And then we'll merge that in there. Okay, so now that's connected. We need to think about this road connection. So why don't we take a look at our terrain here. We'll connect it back up there. And then I think I'll just smooth this out. Smooth that out as well. Okay. So now we've reestablished that road connection. Our rail line is now connected. This is in catchment of this facility. And now we just need to figure out a way to get the plastic over here. And I think it's going to involve trucks, unfortunately. I would love to just tie it directly in there, but I don't think we're going to be able to. So let's see. If we grab a rail station, 240 meters. So if we put it in like right here. Let's see if I can tie this in here. I can. I'm not getting any lead time on here, so we're only ever going to be able to put one train on it. And it's doing that weird elevation thing again, which I don't love. So let's get rid of that. We got to think of something a little bit more clever. So we've got a pretty big height difference going on here with the terrain. We don't back here, so I wonder if I branch this off down here and bring it in as its own separate line. So let's see if I do this. How does that look? That looks good. Yeah, now we'll bring this in as its own separate line. So let's get our rail station back in here. 240 meters. If we add that in right there. connect that up, and then we will merge that in here. And now that will work. So let's get... wanted that to be an auto signal, so let's get a signal here. Got some new planes. Turns out that really didn't need to be an auto signal because I'm going to end up doing it manually anyway. Okay, so now that's connected up. And then down here we need some signals. So what I'm going to do, I think, is just start an auto signal right here and see if it carries itself down. It does. So it carries itself to right here. So now if I send that back, it should bring itself all the way back down here. It does. I'm just going to move this one manually so that it's not too far into the merge. Awesome. Okay. Now we need a cargo platform right here. So we'll just get one platform. Put that in right here. Let's see, they should come in and then leave, yeah. And then we'll probably come in here with some higher speed roads. We'll upgrade those. Oh, that's not connected. Okay, we'll upgrade that. Downgrade those. Upgrade these. And then from here, I'm just going to pull a straight road right through to here. Upgrade that. Upgrade that. These don't need bus lanes, so we'll get rid of them. And then we'll put our other truck stop in right here for it to drop off. So we'll just put this in. We'll need an entrance and an exit. One ways. In and out. Now let's establish this line to deliver the grain. Make it like a dark yellow. We'll have them wait for full load forever before they come over here. And this is going to be Falmouth grain. To plastic, because we already have some Falmouth grain routes. Okay, and now we need to get some trucks onto there, so let me find a road depot. We'll probably get maybe 4 of these Peterbilts on there, so Falmouth grain to plastic. And now if we come down here, that should have a bunch of trucks on it. Okay, so now let's establish this line. And this is going to be Falmouth up here. This is going to be a dark purple for the plastic. We'll have them wait for maybe 4 minutes before they come up here. And this will be Falmouth to Brockton plastic. And now we need to just establish this last little connection. Quick autosave. Get rid of that road, and then we should be able to finish this up here. So let's see, if I put this in like this. Send a road down here. Connect that in. I'll get rid of that. And now I should be able to fit my truck stop in here. And now we will put in our one-ways. Now let's see if I can fit in a road depot right here. Can. Ooh, that's actually in catchment here. Wow, I was not thinking that that would be in catchment. So I can get rid of that. I'll leave that road depot there. Kind of like the way it looks, but that's in catchment there, which is awesome. One thing I am going to need to do is put a train onto here, and I can't remember where the cargo depot is. That actually got that train on there. It's not the end of the world, though, because I can build another one. So let's come through here. Maybe I'll put it in kind of down here. Connect that up, push this all the way down here. We will get, let's see, we will get a one-way signal here, and then a non-one-way signal here. And now we should be able to get a cargo train on here. And to move plastic, yeah, we need these box cars. Let's see, this is Falmouth to Brockton plastic. So now we should be moving grain down here. We are, which is good. And now this should start to send that grain up here. So let's just get confirmation of that, and then I think this will wrap up this episode. This should start to deliver it up to, yep, Brockton Goods Factory. So we're going to start to get some plastic on there. All right, guys, this is going to bring us to the end of this episode. I'm having a great time. I'm really excited to be back. Again, if you missed it at the beginning, I was pretty preoccupied getting my house set up, doing a lot of painting. So now that I'm all set up, we will return to our regularly scheduled Transport Fever 2 content. And I'm really excited. I'm really enjoying it. And I hope you guys are enjoying the series. And as always, let me know how I'm doing in the comments. Like the video if you made it this far and you enjoyed it. And subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Bye.